Libra, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Let's jump on into it. What is going on for Libra, please? Show me Libra. Show me Libra. What is going on, please, for Libra? Show me Libra. Show me Libra, please. These are, of course, general readings, so take it resonates, leave it does not. What's going on, please, for Libra? It's the Wands. Ooh, nice. Nice. No, we don't want that. No, no stress, please. No anxiety. Should I move on? Should I move on? Yes. Whatever the answer. Yes, yes, yes. Should I move on? Do I dare? Do I open myself up to new? Yes, please. Whatever that is. I don't care. You don't need to stress about it so much because you're already open to it anyway. I don't know what is going on, but the influence is I want to open up. I do, even if it's just a little bit. That Page of Wands is influencing you. It's hovering around you. You've opened up with that Ace of Wands, but you have a stress in you. Should I open myself up? In the relevant past, King of Cups, you had strong love for something or somebody. Exiting, Six of Swords. Okay. That's why we don't know if we should move on or not. That's why we don't know if we've completely cleared the seas yet. So when the Six of Swords is on the exiting, that means we're trying to exit, but we might be pulling it back. I see that here in your stress as well with the Nine of Swords. Your immediate future, your Knight of Wands. See, your energy's just getting bigger, isn't it? It's getting bigger, you know? There's something in you. It's like, do you dare, Libra, to open up to something new? Something's got your attention. You're a little intrigued. Your energy starts to pick up more. You're holding back just a little bit. Okay. Your strengths, King of Wands. I told you, it's just getting bigger. Oh, yes. And your environment, the Lovers. Hopes and fears. Could I dare be happy? Could this be happiness? Is this love that I'm feeling? I've been hearing that one like crazy. You remember that? Who was that? Whitesnake? Is this love that I'm feeling? Oh, Lord, what's the outcome? The Fool? I think you're going to do it. I think you're going to do it. I think you're going to do it. You're opening yourself up to something. It's like you're getting braver and braver, a little bit more every step you take. You're getting a little more braver, honey. I like it. This is great. This is a great trajectory. I like it. The baseline is beautiful. And I see it's like you're peeking out. It's like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to move on. But I want to be, though. So something's got your attention. Your energy is growing. I can see in the relevant past that you had heart space for something. And I don't know that you've necessarily fully recovered from it, but you want to. You want to move on, and sometimes you swing back. That's okay. That means you're still processing stuff. But the point is if you well and truly want to open yourself up to love, passion, the glory of it all, you are indeed going to have to be willing to move forward and open yourself up towards the new. The Lovers is in your environment. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. This could be somebody already within your vicinity, and they might be the one that's got your little tension right now. And it's like, do I dare allow myself to be happy? Do I dare allow myself to open up towards this? And then you're like, the Fool. Okay. Maybe just a little bit. Let's see that Knight of Wands. Your energy is sparking up. It wants to be reinvigorated. It wants to be reignited. It wants to be inspired once more. Show me that Ace of Wands, and it's peaking too. It's peaking. Your curiosity's picking up. Your passion's picking up. Your sense of I want to blaze trails, you know, in love and in life, that's picking up. Show me that Ace of Wands, please. Show me that Ace of Wands for Libra. But every now and again, you get anxious. I don't know. I don't know about that, Christina. I'm kind of scared. I know. It happens. It happens to the best of us, honey. All right. Ace of Wands. Show me that Ace of Wands, please. King of Swords. Queen of Wands. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Somebody got your attention a little bit. And somebody fine as hell. I don't know if that's you, that's them, but I tell you what, somebody's got our attention. Look at that. We got some. Oh, look at that. Oh, my. Look at that. Yeah. They're in your environment, all right. And you seem to be lit up. Ooh. You eyeballing that person. They mean business, too. That's serious. I don't know. Wow, that's some Gemini energy. Doesn't have to be, but I'm saying it's two people who could be very significant to each other, and you're like, oh, I could be ignited for this. Oh, I could be ignited for this. I don't know. You got some stress crossing you with that Nine of Swords. Show me this stress, please. Show me this Nine of Swords. Show me this Nine of Swords. Ooh, Libra. Oh, Libra. You can show me that Nine of Swords, please. I will make note, if you have Scorpio in your chart or you're connecting to one, their emphasis was new as well. Show me that Nine of Swords, but again, that's heavy soul bond connectivity right there with the Lovers twice. That might be why you all lit up. Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so it's been a bit of a challenge, all right? This is natural. This is normal, what I'm saying. I don't want you to stress about that Nine of Swords so much. If you're ready, do you dare open up again? Because you are feeling it hard when it comes to somebody. I can see you tried to put yourself out there, and I can see that it didn't amount to too much, but you did try to keep yourself open to options in love, and there were some waiting elements in there. You did your due diligence with the Eight of Pentacles. You put some work out there in terms of exploration. It looks like very gentle exploration, very basic. Exploring cups. Okay, I am doing my best to put myself out there to make a good presentation. I'm putting work into myself, and I'm putting work into these particular energies. And it's kind of like in your process of exploring love options, putting yourself out there, you came across somebody rather significant, and their energy, the trail behind them is kind of like blazing hot. They seem to have your attention, and they seem to be equally into you. And it's been a bit of a stress. It's been a bit of a stress, kind of a bummer, neutral effect of, again, trying out options, putting yourself back out there, but taking care of business, taking care of yourself. And there's some stress in there. Am I going to meet somebody? Am I going to meet somebody? Oh, shit, I did meet somebody, and it seems pretty intense. Oh, shit, right? So now that we have something, it looks like legitimate to work with, our energy's just as stressed. Because it feels enormous, right? It feels enormous. It feels hot. It feels powerful. And somebody here has been marked with very strong determination to really engage in this connection. So I got two people here. They mean business. And it does come in that way. It's kind of fiery. It's intense. Somebody's really focused. And it's also exciting. And it all seems to be happening at once. And it's kind of like, well, I was in a sea of nonsense for a while. I tried. And then I was stressing that I wasn't going to find a particularly unique cup, and now I have a particularly unique cup, and I find that stressful too. All right? Okay, I know, but it's also like, whew, it's fun, it's engaging, but it's, whew. Oh boy. Oh boy. This one seems to have upped the ante a wee bit. Show me that Page of Wands that's surrounding you. Excuse me. I don't know when. It looks like you have connected with this person fairly recently. And the more you engage in it, the more your confidence seems to pick up. Show me that Page of Wands. It's like, I don't know if I'm ever going to find the one. Oh, shit, here's the one. Oh, let's stress about that. So don't allow that to override your experience, because it looks like a damn good experience, honey. It looks like a damn good experience. That's a strong bond right there. Tower. Six of Pentacles. Oh, it was a bit of a surprise, was it? It was like I was minding, seriously, I swear to God, Christina, I swear to God, I was just minding my own business, okay? And then, oh, and then some of you went out of your way, by the way, to kind of shake up your balancing experiences. You changed the equation a little bit because you were disappointed in love. I see that. So you started to change up just some things within yourself. Okay. And that actually helped, didn't it? It put you on the path, I believe, to connecting with somebody unexpectedly and very strongly. But you changing up the dynamic, particularly imbalances that kept disappointing you. This could be family, friends. Again, some of these options in love that really weren't panning out. You name it, it's all in there. All that stuff that wasn't panning out or making you feel good, you started to switch things up, didn't you? I'm going to stop engaging in this. I'm going to start changing the way I do this. So not all of it is just getting rid of stuff. It's also how you were engaging and interacting with other things. You started tweaking. And when you started tweaking and allowing yourself to be open by that Page of Wands energy, a little bit of curiosity, a little bit of interest, a little bit moving forward in my own energy that feels good by looking at the dynamics I already partake in, when I started tweaking those changes, boom, this thing introduces itself. And it does seem to be quite literal in that respect. I see you messing about, okay? And it was a good job, it was a good endeavor, but you being dissatisfied with what you were experiencing put you in a position to start making small changes. And when you did that, guess what happened? Something got your attention. Well now, King of Cups is in the relevant past. Big heart space, big love. Show me that King of Cups, please. Show me that King of Cups. Show me that King of Cups. Show me that King of Cups, please. Again, let me know if you have Scorpio in your chart or you're connecting to one. You closed your heart space off towards something that turned out to not be as strong as you were. Or at least it seems that way energetically. You stopped expressing your love towards someone that you actually felt very, very strongly about. The reasons why, you would know best, and I'm not trying to dig into it. I just know that it was fairly recent, and that's when at some point you started exploring different cups, didn't you? And not only did you start exploring different cups, you started to look at the things in general that you balance up with and said, you know what, this is dissatisfying. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change how I interact with this or engage with this. I'm going to bring a new infusion to things I find myself in every day. So you didn't just cut stuff out. You were altering things, little pieces here and there. And those little pieces added up. It's kind of like if I keep doing the same thing, I'm going to keep getting different results, right? And I think that started to play out in your love life too. I'm going to keep attracting the same unsatisfying cup if I don't make changes. And sometimes, guys, you know, we hear the word change and sometimes we freak out, and change can be the smallest damn thing. You know? It can be the smallest thing. Anything from, here's just an example. So the Six of Pentacles. Let's take an example out of my book, right? One of the things I balance up with constantly is my own sense of physical exercise and or discipline because it's important to me. So I make that space to balance with myself frequently, right? And let's say I always go to the gym in the afternoon and I do a little page of wands saying, you know what? I'm always kind of disappointed with the energy at the time I go to the gym as much as I enjoy it. Maybe I'll shake it up and go in the morning, right? And that's what I mean by those little micro changes. The things you always do, kind of engage with. People, places, situations, circumstances, etc. Just to kind of change your impression of them, how you experience them, how you experience yourself. And when you did that, it actually caused a little bit of a chain reaction that allowed you to be introduced something very powerfully. And it's looking like it's happened soon, like now, if not yet. And I can see where you're coming from. You had a huge heart space for somebody, you loved them. You loved them. And then you stopped expressing yourself to them. It took strength to do it. Okay? That was big love you had for somebody. Then here's the expression, the vulnerability. You stopped being emotionally open, available, and vulnerable to somebody. It took you strength to do it. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. They were one of the many things that represented disappointment. But this one had a much stronger emotional imprint on you. This one hurt to do. But it's kind of like if I was brave enough to do this, I could make changes in other areas of my life too, no matter how small. And it was those small changes that led up to big things, didn't it? It's usually how it goes. It's called the ripple effect. A stone in the pond. Little ripples can make big waves, honey. It can. I'm not saying what you did was easy. No, of course not. It took you strength to stop expressing yourself, to stop showing them love, specifically. That's what that is. It took you strength to stop showing love to someone. That means you didn't want to do it, but you felt that you had to. And I'm going to see that stress element here with the Six of Swords. One of the reasons why it's hard for you to move on. Because unlike the other things that might have been a low-level disappointment here and there, that one was probably the biggest disappointment. You know? And it's hard to move on from those things, especially if it took you strength of will to do so. Show me that Six of Swords, please. Show me that Six of Swords, please. Show me that Six of Swords. Let's see if you're really allowing yourself to move forward. It seems as though you are. It seems like you got reason to. Okay, the Fool, King of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Good. 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 Okay, I don't see you arguing with the flow. Good. Sometimes I see a reverse when I see the World, Death, or Six of Swords in the exit energy. That means it might come back. You're actually not doing that. You're not. It's not a determination as being a hard ass. It's simply, I need to open myself up to other things, and intuitively I feel that. And then also there's a practical piece in here with the King of Pentacles. I am requiring stability, self, sound body, sound mind, sound sense of resources, home. But nevertheless, I want to open myself up. Intuitively, I feel I'm meant to head in this direction. Okay. So I still see you opening yourself up. It's consistent. And that's all I care about. Your emphasis here is on practicality, reliability, resourcefulness, but also listening to yourself. Your intuition's out. Your spirit as a fool is open. So you are still open to progressing to move forward, which I will talk to you about at the end of this message. Okay, I'm excited about that one. But I still see you being open to moving forward, but from a place of practicality, stability, and love of thyself. Okay, honoring yourself. This is my self-worth. And my self-worth says, my intuition says, I need to move forward. And we'll continue to stick to that plan. Sometimes it stresses me out. What I did was a hard thing. But in me willing to make those changes and move on with my life, it seems I am now being rewarded. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. We typically just don't see the reward. We typically only see the pain of having to do things we don't want to do. We usually don't see the reward on the other side of it. Okay, so in this case, it's looking like you got a reward coming in from the universe. The Knight of Wands is in your immediate future. Yeah, your passion's picking up. Your energy, your enthusiasm, your sexual energy, all of it. It's there. It's beautiful. It's very pronounced, too. Somebody's absolutely crazy about you. Show me that Knight of Wands, please. Show me that Knight of Wands. Show me that Knight of Wands. And it might very well be a Gemini. That's very strong Gemini energy today. Show me that Knight of Wands, please. Queen of Cups. Oh, the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands. Okay. Okay. All right. It's almost like I can't believe I resisted moving forward. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? Your heart space is opening up again. Your passion's picking up. Okay. It seems to be in all the right areas. And just like, I can't believe I resisted moving forward. Oh my God. You know that feeling where you're like, why did I resist that? I should have moved forward a long time ago. You know that feeling? It's so precious. And if you can believe it, Libra, not everyone experiences. You know why? They're too afraid to, as I've said. All they're afraid of is pain and consequences, instead of seeing what could be on the other side if I chose to move forward. And you're like, I can't believe I resisted moving forward. And now it's like, there's no going back, right? There's no going back now. No, you don't want to. You're clearly exploring new, strong, powerful feelings with somebody. It's to the point of inspiration. Yeah, sometimes some fears pop up, especially when you think about the time you wasted exploring cups, that you put work into it and it wasn't returned, etc. Feelings weren't returned. Feelings were rejected. Tired of making yourself vulnerable to someone over and over again just to not have it returned to you. And when you started making little changes, oh boy, your good intentions for moving forward. And that took you so long to move forward. The point is that you are. And you seem to be on quite the steamroll. Your heart's so much more relaxed that it's literally moved away from the frustration and the blockage. Your love energy is opening up, and so is your passion. I'm not doing intimate tarot today, but I can tell you those two are usually tied for people who are looking for healthy relationships. Is that their emotions as well as their sex come together as a package. There should be, anyway, when it's healthy. And right now you're showing me healthy expression for someone. But it's good for you. Okay? So I'm sure I'll see more here in a minute when I get to the lovers. Yeah, they're in your environment. Your energy just keeps growing and growing for the situation, and because it seems to be a good fit for you. Okay? All right, some of that King of Wands is in your strength, your sense of confidence, passion, moving forward. This is what I want, this is what I'm doing, and I don't apologize for it. I feel what I feel, and I'm an intense being, right? Kind of like grabbing the bull by the horns, all that stuff. Show me the King of Wands, please, and your strengths. Show me that King of Wands, please, and your strengths. Show me that King of Wands, please. Two of Pentacles. All right. Four of Cups. Okay. Ace of Swords. All right. Excuse me. There are still other things that you are trying to clear up, but you seem to be resolved to do it. I told you there was more than one thing knocking around in that Four of Cups. There are some situations here, and I'm calling it situations because I don't know what else it is, but it looks like a busyness. There are some situations here you don't quite know how to resolve, but you're looking to figure it out. So it's not as obvious or straightforward as this connection is. This is other areas of your life that seem to be confusing, and you want those sorted as well, but you seem to be determined to do so. You want to get to the bottom of things about the other stuff that's been pulling on you, been an energetic drag, and you're coming to terms with it. And likely how you don't need to be dealing with it anymore because you never knew how to resolve it in the first place with that Two of Pentacles. And again, you're just showing me more confirmation of doing things that are right for you, cutting them out, coming to terms with it, what you have been putting your good energy into and probably shouldn't have, what it is you could be putting your good energy to and probably should. So it's kind of like I'm done playing hot foot, no more confusion. If it doesn't make sense or if it bums me out and there's no resolve, it's out. So I just see you making, in general, in your life, the more your confidence grows here with that King of Wands, you become a lot more competent with that Ace of Swords. And like, this stuff I'm cutting out. It's confusing. It don't make sense. It bums me out. It's gotta go. See? What started out here is I'm just going to make some changes. Turns into full-on King of Wands to... So I just see you doing that in the overall. It's non-specific because I see it being applied generally to your life. Again, based on this. Right? Once you start doing that and you start doing the hard things and saying this is nonsensical, it doesn't make sense, I don't know how to invest in it, it doesn't know how to invest in me, it bums me out the door it goes. Things start to become really crystal fucking clear when we start doing the hard things. Right? Good job. All right, the Lovers in your environment. Oh, I see there in your environment. Show me that. Show me the Lovers, please, in your environment. Show me that Lovers. Very strong connection. Show me that Lovers, please. Death. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Wow, you had such a huge transformation, didn't you? You went from feeling broken to alive. Jesus, honey. God, wow. 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 Once you killed the break and the pain that happened from it, your energy just comes out in full force. I swear to goodness. I swear to goodness. Wow. Once you killed that sense of break and abandonment and this hurts me, your energy just gets sharper and sharper. They just think you are the bee's knees. They see you as the Queen of Wands. I mean, I could say that that King of Swords is you. I just don't feel like it is. I feel like you are the Queen of Wands in this scenario. Very attractive, very passionate, very fiery. You know, Miss Rock and Roll right there. Of course, you could be Mr. Rock and Roll, sex irrelevant. I don't care. The point is that... when you connected with this person, you really destroyed any sense of insecurity, feeling of abandonment. They make you feel very secure and very confident. You've shown me that many times. Wow. There's no fear of abandonment in this connection at all. This person is with you forever. Must feel good. You went from breaking from something intentionally to understanding that there will be no abandonment with this person, and it makes your confidence soar through the fucking roof. This is magnificent. This person, this lover, gives you no sense, feel, or fear at all of abandonment. They seem to be right there with you, and your confidence soars through the fucking roof. They give you no sense of wishy-washiness, flakiness, the inability to do whatever. I don't know, but this was a pretty damn hard marker right here. I love somebody, and then I stopped loving them, or I stopped expressing myself, and it took strength to do it. And that puts you into a small position, a little bit, for a while of feeling insecure. And you showed me the emphasis here on being open to life, but you're also going to focus on stability. You're going to go through this phase where your energy picks up remarkably. And you're going to say, I wish I hadn't resisted this sooner. I should have left a long time ago. You're going to continue your sorting process of this stays, this goes. And you're doing it with much larger and in charger energy than you did before. And now, in your environment, you're connecting with somebody who makes you think the fear of abandonment is an old issue that will never be a problem. You're so alive in this person's energy, the comfort that they give you, and that sense of, oh, no, we're together. There's no wishy-washiness here. I've chosen this. So this is one of the few times I see the lovers actually chosen in a way that's healthy. And it's beautiful. There is no fear of abandonment here. They're with you. They're just with you. That's all I know. Like I said, if you haven't met them yet, you will soon. And I know when it comes in, too. When you start making those micro changes. 9 of Cups, please. Do you dare to hope to be happy again? To have that sense of wish fulfillment? Will I ever be wish fulfilled, Christina? Oh, you're on your way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. 9 of Cups. Show me this 9 of Cups, please. Show me this 9 of Cups. Show me this 9 of Cups. That is so precious. That energy is so precious. There is no fear of abandonment. That sense with this lover has died. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. The Tower. 4 of Pentacles. You're not holding on to anything anymore. You're totally embracing love. Congratulations. Anything that you were holding on to that represents the past, difficulty, procrastination, a holding pattern, a sense of stubbornness to hold on to things, just to hold on to them, that's all gone now. You're on a particular path and you seem to be determined to stay on it. Good. You're not self-sabotaging. You're not allowing insecurities to take hold because, as far as I can tell, you're in a connection that doesn't make you feel insecure. And that's a huge thing. You seem to be focused to go from a 9 to a 10. Emotional, harmonious. I was always afraid to let go of things that were important to me. Some of you have a stubborn streak to you, holding things out, holding out for things, people, places, situations, etc. You seem to be blowing that up as well. There's some little things in here I see you changing and tweaking that turned out to be a big deal. And one of the things that you are determined to do is to not hold on to anything for the sake of it. It's just not worth it, right? Because it means holding you back. That's what I saw here. I can't believe it took me this long to move forward. I can't believe it took me so long to figure out the most basic things that I should probably let go of. I can't believe that there's some stuff I held on to, and when I did, it just held me back. That's amazing. You're showing me progress, a lot of it. I know it looks complicated. It really isn't. It really isn't. Show me the Fool, please. Which again, I will point out to you, I saw back here. Your intuition is screaming at you to be practical, to love yourself, to respect yourself, but also open up, move on, right? Show me that Fool, please. Show me the Fool. Show me the Fool. The reading is not about this person whom you're connecting with so strongly, even though they're a prominent figure. Well done. And the reading is not about them whom you broke from. So I don't want to hear a bunch of cry comments about that. It looks like it's done, and this Libra's already absorbed that particular pain and consequence. I want you to focus on your progress. Okay? I want you to focus on your progress. The idea here is that I need to expand this because I know it's good for me. And so it seems to be, yeah? The Fool. 3 of Wands, 9 of Swords, the Empress. It's felt like a long time coming before you to get back into your sense of self-empowerment. You didn't know if you ever would. You seem to be, again, headed in that direction. Every time you show me a negative, you show me a positive that really overtakes it. So again, I can see where you're coming from and where it is you're trying to be. And your outcome, as long as you continue to be the Fool and you stop worrying so much about what the future will hold, you will come into your own as the Empress once more, which again I will point out is one of your power cards. So That is a very strong sense of fulfillment, and my worries are behind me. I don't have to wait anything. Yeah, you don't have to wait anymore. That's correct. Once you stop holding on to things and you deliberately let them go, there's no sense of waiting. There's no sense of anxiety that comes with it because you're not holding on to it anymore. There's nothing to wait for. You see what I'm saying? All you were really doing was waiting on yourself. That's it. You can't really wait on someone else. You can do, in theory, in the 3D, absolutely. But you're not really waiting on anyone. You're just waiting on yourself. I wish people understood that more. When we're really waiting on ourselves to catch up to the reality, we're not waiting on them. We're waiting on us. You show me that many times. In the stress of moving forward, but also in the insistence of it, you overcame patterns of holding on. You overcame patterns of just dealing with stuff because you were used to it. You overcame this sense of, I'm not particularly thrilled, but I guess that's just how life is. You've overcome a lot of that. And there's someone here you are connecting strongly with that makes you feel stronger and more secure every day because you seem to know that they're there. But the biggest emphasis, honey, isn't on them, it's on you and the progress you've made throughout your journey. This was a remarkably straightforward reading. I appreciate that. This has to be one of my shortest ever. And that's saying something. So, I see your anxiety lessen. No more sense of holding on. No more sense of false hope. You are just waiting on you. But you do come into your own strong sense of self-empowerment. You have moments where you get pulled back. That's okay. Just don't stay there. Because it goes back to that Four of Pentacles. If we allow the anxieties and the frustrations of the past to be in our present, we will always miss our present. Because we're living in the past. So, continue to keep yourself open. I know some days it's harder than others. But as you continue to do so, it will put you on the path of correctness. And again, I see you at multiple points being like, why didn't I do this sooner? God dang, Libra, why am I so damn stubborn? I could have done this a long time ago. Yeah, I know. That's how it typically works, doesn't it? Should have done this a long time ago. The Ace of Wands is so prominent. But what I like is that it's showing up again. The Lovers is showing up in your environment. That suggests it's there with you constantly. There's no sense of fear of abandonment. And that just drives you wild, like in a good way. It's like you have never been more turned on in your life because it's like somebody's energy is bouncing right back at you and saying we are par for course, page for page. And your sense of security in it is so high. It amped up your goals from a 9 to a 10. You're like, I'm blowing up this stuff of holding on. I don't need this anymore. It was probably never with me to begin with. I can't believe it took me so long to arrive here. Right? That's quite amazing. It's quite brilliant. I like how you become increasingly turned on for this person. And I don't just mean sex. I mean turned on in that respect of, oh my God, this is achievable. Oh my God, I'm actually headed in this direction. Oh my God, this is actually happening. And I have no reason to fear this connection at all because it seems to be showing up with me, for me, every day. Yeah, that's what stability is. And the level of, you might have some very high fire in you. We're talking Aries, Leo, Sag here. Your confidence is so high you can't mistake it. But it's not arrogance, it's that sense of confidence that comes from security. Which I'll point out was your emphasis, but also I need to take care of me. But you are absolutely resplendent. Absolutely resplendent, honey. Let's do, for some of you, it's now. You met this person now, or you're about to. No later than Gemini season. But again, don't be waiting. Some of you are in that process now. You're exploring. You're doing right by you, but you're not terribly thrilled. And there's a low-level anxiety in the back there saying, I don't know if I'm ever going to meet somebody of substance again, or I don't know. These are all normal thoughts. But you're really going to start to see progress around here at this time when you start making small, manageable changes that make all the difference. 2 months from now, what I tell you, I said for some of you that Ace of Wands hasn't happened yet. For many of you it has. Others of you, not till Gemini season. I swear to goodness. That's what I'm saying. For some of you, it is literally straight up Gemini. Your air cousin. Seriously. which of course is late May to late June. Within a month. I mean, in tarot time, that's right around the corner. A month to 2 months from now. For some of you, yes, absolutely. For others of you, not till later. No. No. That's in reference to this. That's in reference to this. Last winter might have been significant when you cut off your emotions for somebody. It took you strength to do it because you love them a great deal. But you're like, I can't express that. That's not for me to express to them. Okay. Around March. Winter, March, last winter and this March, past March, might have been difficult for some of you in regards to that old love connection. Okay? And just don't force things. Allow things to flow. Things happen sooner when you focus on you. Yes, I agree. And here's the thing. When you start focusing on you and making those small little critical changes, it starts to open up new doors for you. That's what I tell people all the time. You want new, you got to prove it. Start with you. Make new little changes for you. What works for you, okay? Stop shaping your emotions and your world around someone else. For some of you, you will be getting a new pet, relatively soon. And of course, for those of you who already have pets, it says show your pet more love. For some of you, will be getting a new pet relatively soon. Move on. That's what I've been saying. Someone is... I'm sorry. And I do see that. And for some of you, this energy, when you had big heart for somebody and you stopped expressing that big heart, I see this marked as being last winter as well as last March. And we've been under the move on energy ever since. Okay? And I see you doing that. I do. For some of you, you will be moving. Or you did move. Give it time. Everything is in divine timing. Just let it flow. It seems like it's going to happen. And then communicate. Compromise. For some of you, compromise, forgive, work it out. Perhaps you hope to forgive or work it out with that person in time, but they don't seem to be the priority. Okay? That might need time. In time, perhaps you two might have a conversation and try to work things out and forgive each other, but I don't see them as... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a cycle of someone else. There was a cycle here that you got caught up in some way. There was a cycle here of being someone else. Being part of a third party or feeling like one or feeling like an interference or something like that. And it was a cycle and it was something that needed to end so that other things could begin. Okay? Yeah. It was a form of sabotage, you know? And perhaps in time you'll be able to talk about it, but today's not that day. Today is for forging of the self and forging what looks like a strong connection that's extremely supportive and makes you forget anything about instability, abandonment, emotional availability, all that garbage. They don't make you feel like that at all. Your confidence is so high with this person, it tells me you are very secure. Okay? All right. Very good. Wunderbar. Yeah? Wunderbar. All right. Excellent. Listen to your intuition. And regain your balance. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It was a temptation element for some of you. Someone either saw you as the temptation or you saw them as the temptation. It's hard for me to believe that because you love them so much that it got to a point where you said, I can't express that love to them and I have to mean it and be strong about it. So there was an element, though, of temptation here in that respect of this probably isn't good for me. Okay. And big success. When you experience the dark night of the soul and we get very confrontational about where we fucked up and why, where does it come from, what was the motivation behind it, this is when we experience more success. Okay? Like I said, we're not waiting on them, we're waiting on ourselves. Okay? Union. And then you have that epiphany about unions. Yes. When it's, yeah, self-love, and you were destined to someone to match yourself in that sense of self-love, somebody who actually cares about you, what happens to you, your feelings, how you live life. You will meet someone in that level of union that cares about you as much as you should about yourself, and that you will for them as well. Okay, because that complete lack of fear of abandonment and emotional unavailability is gone with this person. So, love yourself first, and you will meet someone, and destined to meet someone who can love you as much, and you them. Okay? All right. Oh, Lord, I'm going to get mad Libras. Someone get some mad Libras. If it's just, it's under an hour, Libra. What? What? That never happens. Oh my God. I'm going to get mad Libras. Like, don't you love us? It's not even an hour, Christina. It's not even an hour. I know. It's a shock. It's a shock to me too. This yours was remarkably straightforward today, and I love that. Control tactics. I don't like that. I think that's what I was meant to see. Control tactics. Somebody felt like they were keeping you in place because of your feelings. Yeah, I'm not getting into that, but there's a reason you did what you did. If it was healthy love, you would have stayed. If it was reciprocated, you would have stayed. Guilt, attraction, hot. Yeah, that's more of that sabotage energy, specifically with that sense of temptation. Yes, the attraction was very, very high for somebody, but it caused guilt, and it was just a form of self-sabotage. I do know that you generally love this person, but for the other person, it was likely just attraction. Okay. I don't know. Transcendence through, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, Spirit. That's an excellent summary. Through separation, we experience transcendence. That's the literal translation of like this whole reading. Through separation, doing the hard thing, you experience transcendence. It doesn't matter what the motivation was. I saw your motivation for that was love, regardless of the situation surrounding it. But somebody's energy was just in it for the hotness or the attraction. There wasn't feelings there. So we separated. It was suffering. Okay, this was our lesson. You need to be compassionate towards yourself. Nurture yourself. That's what this is. Okay? And some of you feel like in your past you were always kind of lacking in love or suffering in love. And it was a reflection of self-worth and who you were connecting to and why. And when you understand that you need to nurture, because I feel like there's a huge sense of negligence over here. Somebody didn't care about your emotional well-being or your physical well-being as much as you did them. And that's going to wreak havoc on your self-esteem, but it's also a reflection of what we think we're worth. So if somebody just saw you as a form of attraction and left it at that, you know what's ironic about that? You love that person generally, but who you're connecting with in present day or relatively soon, I should say for some of you relatively soon, they bring out your fire multiple times. Isn't that funny? And it comes across as passionate? Yes, but confidence. The confidence you could not have with this person, it was emotional insecurity, I'm sure. The confidence you could not have with this person, you have it in spades with this person. They make you feel that you will not be abandoned at all. They have no interest in doing that. They think you're the bee's knees, right? And you're learning that you are indeed the bee's knees. It's like you're having to relearn it. Give yourself that compassion, nurturing. We're all entitled to mistakes, okay? We're all entitled to mistakes. I kind of have a rule in that. You get one fuck-up card. Don't repeat the fuck-up card. Okay? First time's a mistake, learn from it. Don't repeat it, because after that, that's just willful. That's just willful. You know? So, learn from your past. The suffering that ensued, and how it is that you're supposed to love yourself first and understand your self-worth, nurture and compassion for yourself. And then you will inevitably connect with somebody and form a real union with somebody who is like-minded. Okay? They want to care, love, and protect you too, and not just see you as a form of attraction or temptation. You know, not a great summary for someone that you were in love with, right? There you go. Okay, no charms today. Oh, and I did want to add here towards the end. Speaking of which, I think you gave me a really good demonstration of this today. So that's wonderful. Next segment, I'm introducing a tarot read called Moving On. And that is simply because while I love that people trust me with the intricacies and the delicacies of their love lives and the frustrations and the beauty and the joy of it all, and it is beautiful, I am an in-depth reader. I try to take it as far as I can so people can learn as much as they can. But there are times when we need to focus on other things. So while it's a very proud thing for me to try to help people figure out their shit, we also need to figure out how we can move on from other things that just don't need to work out, shouldn't work out, or they're not supposed to. And that's everything, guys. It's not just love, family, friends, work, life goals, pathways. So I'm introducing a segment called Moving On. Okay? And I will rotate it every so often like I do all my reading types. And I just want people to see what they can do when they choose to. Like you did. Okay? There you go. So that will be in approximately 2 weeks from today. Okay, Libra honey, put in the comments as you see fit. Congratulations to me. Holy shit. It's under 50 minutes. I don't even know what to do with that. What do I even do with that, Libra? I don't even know what to do with that. What do I do with my extra time? Oh my God. All right, honey. You put in the comments as you see fit. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care. Be well.